Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Footy Wednesday night. You'll notice someone's not sitting next to me by the name of Marns, and that is because she is ill, folks. She has a throat infection. It's taking Melbourne by storm. It truly is.
Yes.
Hands up in the chat if you're ill. I'll wait.
So my wife was telling me she was took our son to swimming today. No, my father-in-law took our son to swimming today and to sports class yesterday. And apparently no kids.
No kids?
Nah, like there was 2 kids at swimming and 3 kids at sport. Usually there's like 20 because everyone's just fucking cooked in Melbourne apparently.
Yeah, well, Melbourne on Monday were ill.
Yes.
So, you know, it's all going around. Before we get started, I'm sorry that there's no Marnie and I'm all you've got and Tom's all you've got. But how are you? Are you well? How's your week been? Thank you for checking in with us as always. The fact that we can do this and have 140 odd people here immediately is incredible. What did you do recently, Tom? I've done 2 great things. Actually, I'll save them for the pod.
I don't know. I didn't even know what you're alluding to be honest.
Well, I watched a YouTube video before about the last man executed in Melbourne.
Oh, Ned Kelly?
No, he was in the 60s. Man, right. He escaped from Pentridge, just up the road from here. And on the way out, he shot at a warden who was chasing him, and they died. Really? And the premier at the time was very staunch on getting someone killed for political reasons, and he made sure he died. And there was huge protests all the way down Sydney Road about it.
Oh my Lord! And what year was this?
67, I'm going to say.
Yeah, right.
They don't do it anymore. No,
that sounds really fucked up.
For someone to be executed at Pentridge now, so many steps would have to happen. Like, firstly, it's a brewery, it's a cinema now, it's an IGA.
Yeah, and they do unlimited wings on like Tuesday, I think. I went there for unlimited wings before.
Yeah, exactly. And so for you to see someone hung or hanged by the neck until they were dead there now would be truly insane.
They'd have to cancel the unlimited wings, that's for sure, I think.
Yeah. Shall we just crack in?
Yeah, we absolutely can. I'm ready when you are, mate.
Tell me in the chat if you're ready, though, because I don't want to start before people feel comfortable, before they're ready.
That's exactly right, Broden. You don't.
Why am I trying to take over Marnie's podcast? I would never do that. If I don't want to be here, I'm a fill-in teacher. Marnie's the boss. But when the boss is sick, the fill-in teacher comes, and I run a hard ship.
That's true. I have much fear inside of me.
People aren't ready. They're saying, give me 5.
Give you 5?
Some people are comfortable.
Someone's been to your show on Friday night.
One long card. Very funny evening. All right.
Yeah?
Let's do it. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Footy with Marns. Tonight, if you're here for Marns, you're in for a big worry because Marns is sick. But that doesn't mean Tom and I aren't here, because we are to talk about round 14, the old 1-4, the old stick it up your gullet and let's go, because it's time to bounce that pill. Hello and welcome to the Footy with Marns. Wednesday night we record this live. Marns is very ill. Very ill. Send your best to Marns. Say, I hope you're feeling well.
Hope you're feeling better,
Hope you're
Marns.
pulling through, because we need you here, mate. We need you. She's acting like the D's. She's down. She's down. She's out. But don't worry, we're here. I do feel like the audience is like a mummy's kid. They love their mum.
Yeah.
And we're the dad. And you're the dad, but I'm also the dad in this analogy. And
so we could call
kids
this
hate us. The kids hate us.
2 daddies, we could call this episode.
Did Marnie give us a sick note? No. She could be out partying. She could be at
Well, she gave us a sick voice note.
Bar Romantica.
Yeah, she could be.
Did she give a sick note?
Yeah, she gave us a sick voice note.
What did she? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I shouldn't
Don't play it, but what did she say?
She was like, I'm so sorry. She said, Tom, I'm doing a you. Like, I want to prove I'm sick, so listen to this. Like, I feel like I need to prove to you. No, she was just like really croaky and sounded upset that she was so
The
sick.
footy doesn't stop for anyone, though, and that's what people need to realise is the footy
never
stops. Never sleeps. It stops for men, it stops in September, and then for the women, stopping on the first day of December.
Yeah.
So How has your week been since the football? Literally a day or two.
So good, man. Like we streamed Sunday night. I didn't get to watch Monday, so I'm sort of half hoping that you'll be up for talking about Monday.
I don't remember or know what you're talking about, but I'm happy to hear you. And what else happened?
Yeah, I really wanted to watch, but I didn't because by the time I was available to watch, the scoreline was atrocious. So I'm not going to watch that.
I don't think there was footy on. Tell you what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Watching this Netflix show because I don't watch footy anymore. I don't celebrate footy.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
I don't watch footy anymore. Tell you what, the Hitler doco on Netflix, 10 out of 10 Hitler content.
So is it archival documentary or is it?
It's about Hitler.
Yeah. But is it like a reenactment?
There's a bit of reenacting, and the guy they got cast as Hitler, no good.
Really?
Bad Hitler. I'm sorry if you're a fan, guy who played Hitler in the American Netflix documentary.
So it's an American production?
Yeah, and there's a lot of great, really well told, because I know bits and pieces about Hitler. Very bad man.
Yeah,
very hard to dispute. I feel like I'm going to get unanimous feedback that he was a bad man.
Yeah.
But the detail of going through the Hitler baby to Hitler teenager.
Yeah.
Soldier Hitler, artist Hitler, forgot about artist Hitler, politician Hitler.
How old was he when he became like a bad man?
Hitler?
Yeah, like 20, 30, 40?
He was upset by Germany surrendering at the end of World War I.
Oh, in 1917?
He really cracked the shits with that. He was like, we're a great empire, we shouldn't have surrendered. But it's because the wider population of Germany and the German Empire weren't really aware of how fucked they were.
Yeah, right.
In that circumstance.
Yeah.
But the Hitler stuff. The Hitler stuff.
Yeah.
Monster. Spoiler alert, monster.
Yeah.
But apart from that's why I'm not watching footy anymore.
Yeah,
I'm watching Hitler stuff.
Yeah, on repeat.
Which is a hint at how well the D's went on Monday. Yeah. Shall we talk about that?
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think of what.
I was pensive about going to the footy on Monday.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine gave me tickets.
Yes, which
said
is
we're going to
lovely.
come and get these nice seats. And so I went. I saw the tickets. I'm like, hang on, these are Gen Public. This is M7 row P. So literally level 1 in the muck.
Yeah.
In amongst everyone. I'm like, I'm going to be murdered. I've said some outlandish things about the Collingwood Football Club, and we're going to lose today. And I'm going to have to experience this. I'm going to have to cop it sweet.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I went, and nothing happened apart from Melbourne didn't show up.
Didn't you love the seats in the end?
Oh, they're incredible seats.
Really?
Oh, yeah, hot take.
Yeah.
And I want to hear people's feedback at the footy with Broden at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or on the Instagram or wherever. Southern Stand, level 1, better seats. Northern Stand, level 1.
So what side is the MCC on?
Northern.
Okay, so you're literally sitting on the opposite to where
The side you see on TV.
Yeah, right.
There's I think a slightly better incline on the seats. So if you're in row P, for example, looking down, a lot better. And you feel closer even, I think.
What was the differences in like the food situation? Same shit?
Do you know what they've got over there?
What do they got
These
over there?
TVs that tell you which bars are busy. You know when you go like Disneyland?
Oh, yeah.
Disneyland's like, hey, there's a 2-hour wait on
this ride,
on Galaxy.
Intergalactic ride.
Intergalactic ride.
Yeah.
They say, hey, go to B1. That bar's empty.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
There was some I didn't eat.
Right. I just know that it's quite different experience no matter depending on what stand you go to. Right?
I was really blown away by it.
Yeah,
And I feel like the MCC is shit now. And everywhere else is good. I didn't have to
Easily
wear a
swayed.
collared shirt.
Yeah, that's nice.
Melbourne are bad.
Yeah.
What was your take? What do you think about Melbourne? Melbourne have been the hot take of the last 2 days.
Yeah. Well, without having seen it,
They're an easy kill for journalists.
Yes,
Hop on.
and they have been hopping on. Without having watched it, I assume it's just the same sort of thing, isn't it? Either trying a new game plan and they've either lost a bit of confidence and a bit of surety about their game style, or it's just a flat year you write off and you may as well call it now.
My major takeaway is I was watching that game and I'm like, I don't feel bad about this. My internal feeling is everyone is vying for the position of being mercilessly and without mercy humiliated by Sydney Swans in September. So everyone like Collingwood, yeah, we're back. You're gonna lose to Sydney in the finals.
I know, right? It's yours to lose.
Geelong, Carlton,
Yeah.
GWS. Everyone's vying for the privilege of being pumped by Longmire's boys.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Carlton are second best in the competition and are 2 steps below Sydney.
So going back to my frustration is I was like, my frustration isn't with the D's this year. If you look at what should have happened is we probably should have snuck one in the last 2 years. But the coaching team didn't have anywhere to go. If plan A didn't work, we just went, do plan A harder.
Yes.
And double down on plan A. And nothing was ever really done.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that after 3 years of being really good, and the last 2 years, D's have been fantastic apart from in the finals. And bumbling out of the finals and really like by kicks.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that in 2 years after that we would be starting to get shit and tired.
It's emotionally exhausting to play that well for that long and to lose 4 games in a row in finals by those sort of margins.
And it does feel like Sydney, as someone's mentioned in the comments on the live feed, that it's like we're in the VFL and they've come down from above an above grade.
Just to smack
like
everyone.
What's happening in the VFLW is Sydney, the real Sydney team, the Sydney AFLW team's coming down and playing the VFL.
It makes me sad though. It does feel like a bit of a squandered potential dynasty. I hope that they can bounce back either this year or next. I mean, if Brisbane can bounce back and make a run at the finals now, why can't the D's,
I have a feeling that they will get a bit better, but not win.
Not win the flag.
Yeah, but I felt like that way for a couple of weeks, to be honest. Yeah. I felt like I said, let me reserve my opinions on this.
Yeah, you did, yeah. I mean, once you lost to West Coast by a significant amount and then didn't show up against Freo, right? The writing was on the roll that...
Writing on the roll.
Writing was on the roll that we could be in trouble.
Oh, a character.
It's character. It's Tom who can't speak. Marnie's not here, so Tom has to speak character.
News.
Oh, you want to hear some news?
Let's go to the news with Marnie, who's not here. This has happened once before where I have to do the news.
Yeah.
And in honor of Marnie, who isn't here, I've just gone to the Age and I searched AFL.
Yeah.
And then latest.
Great.
And then I'll go down.
Yeah, I took some news notes as well.
There's some weird shit too. Like from an hour ago, a union boss is having a crack at Steve McBurney, the umpiring boss.
Oh, really? I thought I was going to say, that's not footy news.
Would Marnie bring that up?
I don't know.
So I don't want to talk about John Setka.
No, I think there's enough to talk about without talking about John Setka.
I could talk about unions.
Yeah, we could. You're a union expert.
I can talk about the painters and dockers of Underbelly and, the old
totally.
chopper.
Yeah.
Lion has claimed the AFL has gone too far with public explanations of contentious umpiring decisions. So Saturday night, Gold Coast were robbed by, and you agree with this, were robbed, umpire decisions ruined the game.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
I saw a TikTok to that. No, I saw the opposite from you, Tom. Very, very noble of you, actually.
Yeah.
Very John Noble of you.
I think I'm with Ross here, believe it or not. I'm not sure what it helps.
Accountability.
How it helps. Yeah, you're right.
As a fan, if I just keep seeing bad calls and I start to go, well, that wasn't a free kick last one, that was a free kick.
Yeah.
It's like in most things. If you're an asshole and then someone says you're an asshole and you go, no, it wasn't. Deep down you know, but you just don't want to admit fault.
Totally.
Then nothing gets better. But if you go, I was an asshole, that was not good enough for me, then you gain ground and things get better.
No, totally. I think it's more my point. I agree with you, but I still think my point stands where it's like, it's not like we're bringing up the 800 umpiring decisions and going through them with a fine-tooth comb and highlighting them. Those game-winning ones do nothing but inflame the public. And I still feel like there was so many decisions that went Suns' way and so many decisions that went the Saints' way that were wrong in the game.
Yeah.
And if one of us were just good at football, if the Saints were good at football or the Suns were good at football...
Now you're asking too much.
Yeah, exactly. If one team just stood up and were good, then it wouldn't have mattered because I'm repeating myself from Sunday, but there's just so many games that go... There's so many decisions in the game that go both ways. So I think like... I'm not sure what it does except for makes everyone angry. But are they releasing here's the 400 calls from the weekend and if we're correct or
They marked off all the correct ones and this was a wrong one.
So they do release a full list.
No, I don't know if it's like the NBA where they say here's the last 2 minutes report.
Yeah.
But they do make a point of any contentious ones calling it and saying, no, we want to be open, it's this, it's that.
Yeah.
And they fucking have a very high hit rate, those umpires.
Yeah.
What was the lead was buried though. Ross Lyon did his press conference today at the Saints, and I forget who did the photo, but they made sure to make it wide enough to show that Ross Lyon had his press thing on, his jumper, his shirt on, slacks, and then like sandals. Now, I don't think you can be a coach of a team if you're wearing sandals.
Was he wearing slacks?
Yeah.
Not like footy shorts?
No, sandals on with the slacks.
Nah, sandals and slacks is
So
too
he should
far.
be fired. I think.
That I think probably worse than fired, to be honest. Maybe jail time.
Oh, it was like a
Maybe Pentridge.
It looks potentially like a Birkenstock, and he's a very wealthy man.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I liked whoever did the tweet because it was like, hey, look, this guy's wearing sandals.
Yeah. No,
And I'm not saying a gendered thing either. I'm saying don't wear sandals when you're a coach.
Full stop.
You go to the beach and you wear your sandals. You know what I mean?
I think if Dimmer showed up to a press conference in shorts and sandals and a Suns polo, like no
I'd
worries.
be more forgiving of Dimmer in the Gold Coast wearing sandals.
But with slacks though, I would still be outraged. Even with jeans, I would still be outraged.
Maybe I've gone too far. That's my Kane Corns hot take. This one here, I was naive. Why AFL and rugby greats are backing Barrett as Eels coach? No, I don't know. That's an NRL. It says NRL here.
What's an eel?
I think it's like a snake of the water.
Oh, right. Okay.
Pendlebury, like Gunn, putting elite junior footy on notice. Why Hawks Gunston deal is paying off. This looks like some shit, like some stuff to read. I don't know. I don't know about it. I'm not going to read it. Petraka backs club's medicos as extent of his injuries revealed. So he got hit right in front of me.
Yeah. And did it
And he stayed down for a very long time. He's doing the vomiting. I'm going, I hope he's winded.
Yeah.
But it was pretty obvious he was fucked and he'd done his ribs and everything.
And then he come back out. Is that right?
Yeah, but he went out very vocally and said, not the doctors, my fault.
Oh, is this what this article's about?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I thought he was saying like, yeah. So 4 ribs and a ruptured spleen and some neck injury.
4 ribs and a ruptured spleen.
And a little bit of neck. And
It's not funny, but it's just, it musically worked.
It musically worked, yeah, for sure. Because that's brutal. So have we got a timeline or anything yet? New sound?
No idea. I think more important is you take.
Oh, was that bad?
Yeah, liver shit is liver. You should know liver shit is important shit.
Yeah, I saw the photo post on Instagram. I was like, "You're looking yellow. Like that's fucked." Like
was he yellow?
He looks like, he looked off colored. He looked fucked.
Yeah, that's,
like I don't know. It's just because he woke up from anesthetic, and he was
two things, right? Is hopefully he just takes the time, and it was him and Gawn who were the ones who were like, "Oh, we have to win this game." And then a lot of milk toast going on that day.
Yeah, do not rush him back. Let him sit out the season.
Hopefully, the rest of the team goes okay.
Yeah,
all right,
that'll be fine. Yeah.
But our thoughts are with you, track. Not that you would ever turn this shit on.
Well, maybe if we were cooking up a pasta a la mode or something.
Someone tell him we're cooking a pasta a la mode. What is it? Pasta with ice cream?
It's because Mark did a great bit today about a la modes, and it's in my head now.
Like a parody song?
Yeah. Did he pitch it to you?
No, I don't. We can't ruin it on the thing.
No, we absolutely can. It was really funny.
Something about a la mode?
Yeah. So it was how he was going everywhere, and everywhere was serving him everything a la mode. Mm-hmm. And it was like, he went and got a Parma, but it had a scoop of ice cream on it. Went to get his car changed, and it came with a scoop of ice cream.
Was this a sketch or a song?
No, this is a parody song. And he was like, I'm over it, Like,
what was the song?
I'm trying to remember. It was either Creep by Radiohead. No, because that was Sleep.
Yeah.
It must have been Under the Bridge. No, that was the one about pork.
We work hard here.
I'm going to look at my YouTube history because I was pulling up the backing tracks on YouTube because I want to make sure this is pitched right.
Lee Matthews saying that he didn't have Dusty Martin in his top 3 players of this century.
Do we know who he did have?
In the last 15, 20 years, I don't have the exact thing. Someone can help me in the chat, but he had Dangerfield, Ablett, and Lance in his top 3.
I think
Danger out.
Yeah, I think Danger's an odd choice. But if Danger wins one more Brownlow or one more premiership, then maybe the argument's there. But
I think he's like great grand finals and great finals, but that's not your whole 300.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. How does Boulevard of Broken Dreams go, Broden?
I walk a lonely journey.
And everything is served a la mode.
What do you do?
This is how the bit
You're ruining great content. This is our next Netflix show.
And it will be, It was very funny and very great.
We don't have a Netflix show.
Yeah, I think Ablett and Buddy are 100%. And then, the logical choice is Dusty. Danger at the peak of his powers was phenomenal.
For fishing.
And for football, to be honest.
For fishing, it would be Danger, Rex Hunt, and then someone third.
Yeah, you know what's...
Andrew Eddinghausen.
I don't know who
He was a rugby
is.
player. ET, they called him.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, 100%. I think what's interesting about both of them is they, I think Dusty had like a 4-year superstar thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Gary Ablett and Franklin did it for 10 years each. Whereas both of them had like this 3 or 4 years that was just like phenomenal and next level. And then the rest of the time they were just good.
Yeah, right.
Whereas like Buddy was just always, you could make an argument that he was the best player in the game for 15 years, and same with Gary.
They're hot takes and I appreciate them, Tom. What else is news?
So I wrote down that, it's Dusty's 300th this weekend.
And did you see that photo of all the great Richmond players?
No.
Oh, Tom, I'm going to get it up and see if I can.
Like past players?
Watch me get this up. That's a good sting. Watch me get this up and try and name all the players in this photo.
Oh, right. So, and it's a big deal, isn't it?
It's a big
deal.
300's a big deal.
Isn't it?
So you got Kevin Bartlett, the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Griggy.
Sean Grigg?
Yep.
Shane Grigg.
Shane Edwards, I meant, not Grigg.
Oh, yeah, Shane
Edwards. You got Trent Cotchin.
Yep.
You got Dustin Martin.
Yep.
You got Jack Rewalt.
Yep.
And then another man. I don't know that man's name.
Okay.
I'm very embarrassed.
Is this, do you know the face?
It's an old man.
Okay.
I don't know if that's all the 300ers, but, it says a lot about the generation we just had through, that how many, there's 300ers in there.
Yeah, like Richmond.
300ers.
Richmond put together a really special list for a small period there and a bunch of champions.
Yeah, that's 900 games between them.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, there's 4 there. Sorry, Rewalt, Dusty, Cotchin, and fucking hell, and Shane Edwards.
Shane Edwards. Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. 100%. Did you see that there's no more Thursday games?
Heartbroken.
How do you feel about it? You sad about it?
Yeah, what am I doing tomorrow night? Going to watch Hitler? Hitler doesn't go on forever.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's leaving like a real emptiness in my soul for sure. I miss it. I think they should do it every Thursday next year. I think it's...
They hinted at that. They went, it's because it's cold now. We just can't play it when it's cold, despite the fact we play other nights.
Exactly.
And also it'll be back next year.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, just absolute rubbish. Lies.
This is a rudderless ship here without money. Just rudderless.
Rudderless.
She brings all the news.
Yeah. That's how the boys describe podcasts when you're not on.
Yeah, well, imagine the rudder. If I'm the rudder, then that's ruddy ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like Marns is like the engine room or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's more important?
If we're being really literal, brings the news.
Yeah, literally brings the news.
And,
yeah.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Shall we get into a little thing that we do every week that I like to call tipping?
Tipping. Tipping. Tipping.
Yes.
Yeah, great. We're in the buy period.
Yeah. It's a little bit boring, isn't it?
No. There was great games last weekend.
There was. But last weekend was only 2 teams, right?
Let's go through the ladder.
Yeah, okay. Let's look at the ladder.
Guess who's on top?
I think it's probably Sydney.
Yes, by 2 games. Do you know who's second, Tom?
Carlton.
Are you looking?
Yeah. Do you want me to guess? Okay.
Yeah, guess.
All right.
3.
Essendon.
You looked.
Yeah, but I don't know past year.
4.
Geelong.
Port Adelaide.
Okay. Oh,
5.
Geelong.
Correct. 6.
It must be Freo.
Collingwood.
Okay, Collingwood, right. Okay.
7.
Freo.
Yep. 8.
Suns still? No, we lost. Don't lock that in, Eddie.
They are equal with the Suns on points and equal with the D's on points.
GWS?
Correct. So Suns and then Melbourne, you're beating us.
Yep.
What a miserable group this show is.
I know.
Marnie, 2 weeks lost.
Yeah.
D's, I can't remember the last time he won.
Yeah.
Sunny's, 1 loss.
Didn't show up as per usual.
You're too hard on them.
And we all have buys this weekend, which is it's come at a good time for us.
Doggies in 11th.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hawks 24 with a bullet.
Yeah.
Brisbane 22. Saints, Adelaide, West Coast, Richmond, North, rounding it out.
It's crazy that Richmond's below West Coast, isn't it?
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
So who's got the buy this week?
Like a Netflix documentary about a war criminal.
Yeah. So Suns, Essendon, Melbourne have all got a buy this week, and 3 other teams as well.
Yeah.
It's weird they didn't give Collingwood a bye after they just played on Monday. It was a bit odd.
Have they not had their bye yet?
Yeah, I think they have. But it's just if they were playing Monday, you know.
Have they had their bye?
Yeah, because they were a round 0 team, I think.
Yeah, but what we've had, and this is our second bye the D's this weekend.
Correct. So I think we should really know these things. But I think Collingwood might have the bye next week.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
No,
they do.
No game tomorrow night. The first game of the week, Friday night. Brisbane Saints at Gabba.
Yeah.
Tourable Yagara country.
You know what I would say about this, Brody? I think if Brisbane win, and they absolutely should be, I don't see a reason why they can't make a run.
No,
now.
of course not.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's up for grabs from everyone from fucking 13th.
But they've been so poor and they've lost so many important games.
Apart
so-
from last week when they took the doggies to task.
Yeah, exactly. And they will absolutely destroy St Kilda, I think.
Yeah.
The bye's probably come at a great time for them
Could be a percentage booster for them.
Yeah.
If you've got Sandalware and Ross just going up there
Sandalware and Ross.
saying the umpires shouldn't say stuff,
Yeah.
you might get punished.
I think they will.
So I'm tipping Lions.
I think Lions by 70. I think you're right. I think they'll want to put the pedal to the metal, as they say.
Pedal to the metal.
Is that not what they say? Do
Pedal
they say,
to the metal.
Do they say pedal to the metal?
Metal.
Metal?
Yeah, pedal to the metal.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
Not metal.
No, it's not metal. It must be metal.
Metal. It's in the floor of the car.
Floor of the car, you know, floor it.
It's a pretty straightforward one. It's an uninspiring start to the week, if we're being completely honest. If I can be flat chat honest with you today.
Yeah, I reckon when you looked at last year's ladder, they thought, yeah, Saints are on the rise, Brisbane are really good. It'd be a 3 versus 6 situation. But no.
Saturday, June 15th at Marvel Stadium. Doggies versus Dockers. This is a team with lots of connection here. Can I tell you about a bit of it?
Yeah, please.
Ex-CEO Simon Garlick, now the CEO of Fremantle.
Yeah.
Ex-star of the Doggies. When you think of the Doggies, you think of icon of the Doggies. Who do you think of? Retired.
Brad Johnson.
Oh.
I think Scott West.
Bobby Murphy
Oh, yeah, Bob Murphy.
is a coach at Freo.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's other shit. Rory Lobb.
Ah, yeah, the Lob revenge game for sure. Like, sign me back, guys.
Freo haven't played since they murdered my beloved team.
Yeah, in the Alice Springs.
I feel like they play at Marvel Stadium more than they play at Optus Stadium.
I feel that way too, which is good for them, like getting troops to Melbourne under the belt.
They love flying.
Yeah, I'm very surprised at the percentage of tips here. Are you? 65% Doggies, 33% Freo.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, because my gut is, and I'm still believing the Dogs, don't get me wrong, but
It's
my
Vic
gut
bias.
is...
It's Vic bias.
Yeah, my gut is Freo will pump.
We record this podcast from Queensland, if people didn't know, and
Yeah.
you look down in Victoria and you see that Vic bias and it makes you sick.
Yeah, it really does.
But no, truly, absolutely. Freo should be like tipped 100%.
Yeah, I think so. Like, because Doggies lost last week, one that they should have won. When Doggies are good and in form, they can beat anyone, but they've just been so flaky. They're almost the flakiest of flaky.
Who?
Dogs, I think.
You reckon D's pretty flaky?
That's true. But you haven't been winning much lately. And then you did win a lot, so...
I'm tipping Freo, and it's going to put them well and truly up the ladder. Don't worry about that.
Freo. Yeah, I think so.
What'd you do that for?
Because I was impersonating you. That's what you did.
Freo.
You went Freo.
4:35, the golden hour.
Yeah.
Richmond versus Hawthorn. Why was this game important, Tom?
80,000 there for Dusties.
80,000? That's the tip.
That's the tip, I think.
I reckon you're going to get 74,000.
I would be disappointed anything less than 80, I think. It would be super disappointing.
Okay. Interesting.
Richmond fans listening, I know you're all listening. Get out there, support great Dusty.
Who you tipping?
Hawks by a significant margin. They're on fire. They're on a run. They're playing really, really well.
Talk about the ins for Richmond, though, that are supposed to be coming back.
Oh, yeah, so potentially...
So Taranda's back.
Yep.
Tom Lynch is supposed to be back.
And then also my guy, right?
Isn't
Hopper.
Hopper's back.
Yeah.
Dusty's back.
Dusty's back.
No Lafau, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's 4 pretty impressive ins.
Yes, I would say Hopper and Lynch would be fighting for top 5 on that list, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who you tipping?
Hawthorn by a significant amount, yeah. Richmond don't have it this year.
Brogo Tigers.
Yeah, you think they'd get up for dust?
Hawkers just look so good that they might be due for a loss, but I think they are a wonderful team to look at the moment. They are swagger is the word. Swagger. The swagger about the young boys. They're on their TikToks. They're reading TV Weekly.
Aren't they?
They're But they're subscribed to Patreons.
Yeah, and you know what else they've got? They've got them Discmans
Yeah.
going around listening to music.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's outrageous.
Saturday night, Crows, Swans. Do you give Adelaide a chance in hell here?
If they looked good at home, I absolutely would. But they've been losing at home all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, didn't they get smashed by Richmond last week?
Yes,
Smashed.
they did. Yeah.
Smashed is an over.
They lost to them in a close game, yes.
Yeah. And Sydney are the greatest team ever assembled.
Yeah. All hail Swannies.
Yeah, the Avengers.
Yep. So you go Swannies.
Swannies by a significant margin.
Do you know who the highest player ranked at the Swannies is, Tom? I looked it up.
Did you? Who?
Chad Warner, Tom.
In what world, Broden?
Look up the player rankings.
I will.
You're not going to like it. The three that I mentioned, by the way, on Sunday, and Warner, Goulden, and Heaney are all there.
So what are you talking about?
Player
ranking
rankings.
there? Yeah. But there's many different ways you could rank it.
No. There's one way to skin a cat.
So you could go to the AFL fantasy points.
No. Go to player rankings. Just look at AFL player rankings.
Season highs, last round, season leaders, stats leaders. Yeah, so stats leaders. So if you go by AFL fantasy, yeah, he's nowhere near it.
Well, hang on.
Heaney's in 17 and Goulden's in 18. Where's this rankings thing?
I didn't go
you've made
through your AFL website because they're corrupt.
up? Yeah, so what weird rankings have you done?
I just looked up AFL player
So
rankings.
in the AFL fantasy rankings,
I don't want to hear about
Heaney is
this.
7, Goulden is 11.
Stats Insider.
So that's just a made-up website. Chad Warner's not till 25.
Made up website.
Yeah.
It's Stats Insider. So if you go to Stats Insider, Tom,
I'm not going to Stats Insider. I'm going to
because
go
it supports my position. Is that why?
No, because I don't trust that it's legitimate. AFL. What's the name of the place that does the ranking points?
Well, it's changed now anyway. So Isaac Heaney's in front by 0.1.
Interesting. AFL ranking points. So what is the AFL ranking points?
Stats Insider has devised its own objective, data-driven AFL player rankings system to help footy fans understand who the best player in the competition are. The AFL player rating system uses both short-term and long-term data to prove a dynamic rating system.
Yeah, so it's not champion data. Is that what we're saying?
I don't know what Champion is. I don't care about it.
No, Champion Data
I know
is the
Daniel Hoyne
official-
works for them, but I don't...
Champion data is the official AFL stats, and that is who I believe in. Not
So for
some random
Swannies-
website you found.
For Swannies, who
Yeah.
is number one?
It should be, I mean, it depends on, I think it should be, well, it depends because my whole argument was more about Mills than about, and Goulden and Heaney, to be honest. I still think Chad would probably be in fourth, but
So what's the
rising
order?
very quick. Well, I can find an article from 5th of May. So it looks like Champion Data are very cagey about their stuff. But they've got...
See, Stats Insider would never be cagey.
So they've
My
got,
boys at Stats Insider,
as
they
of
back
the
me.
5th of May, it was Heaney, Bontempelli, Bailey Dale, Elliot Yeo, Matt Rao, Nick
They don't
Dacos,
play for
Nick
Sydney.
Nick Blakey in 7th, Max Gorn, Isaac Rankin, Caleb Sarong. So
that's a
not even
while
in the
ago.
top 10. Yeah, but I don't know if you... Can you look up like...
All I'm saying is we're living in the era of Chad Warner and you just got to get on board.
No, I'm with you. All I've ever said about Chad Warner is his excellent run of form has been very... last 5 weeks. And before then... he was good, but he wasn't on this level. That's all I've ever said. So if I'm taking a player from the Swans, it's Goulden and Heaney and Callum Mills who did it over a very long time period. That's all I'm saying.
Sunday at 1 p.m, the game of the week. North versus Collingwood.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be honest, folks. There's a few shit games this weekend.
Yeah, I might head off overseas or something just for this weekend.
That would be silly, unless you're talking about New Zealand or something.
Yeah, maybe like visit Wellington for the weekend.
Even so, it would be a lot of work. You need to be back here Saturday night to record.
Actually, you know what? DMM All-Stars is starting, so I'm just going to watch that.
Yeah, fair. What?
DMM All-Stars?
Was DMM All-Stars?
Dead Man Mode All-Stars?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a RuneScape tournament.
Oh,
20 of
here
the
we
best
go.
PvP players, come together.
I'm tipping Pies.
Yeah, I think Pies too.
Potentially game of the round, the last game at 4 p.m. on Sunday. NG Stadium.
Yeah.
Found out we use NG at my house.
What's NG?
It's an energy provider. They bought someone.
NG Energy.
They might have bought Simply Energy.
Is it NG Energy?
NG.
Hey, can I ask you something about energy? Just
Yeah.
a really brief aside, then we can finish this episode.
Yeah.
So my water bill, it comes quarterly. the last two have been over $1,000. And when we get
What?
Yeah, no. Hear me out. And when we get the bill, it says we're using as much water as like 40 people a day, right?
No, well then no.
Here's the thing: we got a plumber to come out, and they were like, their whole thing is $30. We'll come out, we'll test your water,
Yeah.
and we'll see if there's any leaks, and if there's no leaks, it's only $30. So they came out and they were like, there's no leaks or anything in your house. So we called the water company and we were like, can you come check the meter? Like, and they did. They sent someone out and like, no, it's correct. So if there's no extra leaking, the water meter's correct. Like, what's going on?
How many showers are you having?
Not many. Like, Atlas has a bath a day. Al has a shower every couple of days. I have a shower every day.
Yeah.
And that's it. We probably do a little more washing than like your family because we have a baby who.
Yeah, mine was
like,
280. I just paid it
ours is
yesterday.
like 4 times yours.
That's something we need to look into. In fact, this is the TikTok for the week. Why is Tom paying $1,000 for his water bill? That's insane.
I know. 40 people
Get
a
a
day.
current affair on it, man.
Yeah. Well, I just don't understand whether
You're paying someone else's.
That's what I think, right?
Yeah.
But if the previous people who lived there didn't have an issue, you know what I mean? And if I've brought out the plumber and there's no issue, what am I to do?
Are you brewing beer or something?
No.
Jesus. Yeah, someone here with a family of 4, only 240.
Yeah, something's gone wrong, and I don't know what to do. But if anyone
Yarra
can
Valley
suggest
water?
what to do, yeah.
Yeah.
But what would you do if the plumber says there's no leak?
Current affair. Ombudsman
Ombudsman it, and
Yeah.
say we've told them to come out, and they say it's legit, but we know we're not using that much water.
Yeah.
The plumber says there's no leak.
And say we might need to take this further to the ombudsman.
Yeah, unless you just come out and find out the bloody issue.
Yeah. Do you have a hydro set up?
I don't know. What's that?
I think someone's being...
I have a tank at the back that we used to water the garden.
Are you
if that's
growing
what you're talking about.
marijuana on a commercial level?
No.
Well, I don't know what it is.
No, we don't have the space for that.
Fair enough. The best game in the Energy Stadium.
Yeah.
Giants Power.
I think Giants need to get this done. Do you know what I mean?
So Power.
That's very bloody true, mate. So it's 4th versus 8th. So this will help shape the top 8 in a big way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably a do or die for both of them. Hopefully we just get a ripper game, but I think I still believe in the Giants. Yeah,
Giants.
still believe in them. I believe in Port too, but I believe in Giants just a little bit more, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's the games.
Giants
It's going to be
are
a pretty
stacked on
flat
the
round
lines.
apart from a couple of good games here or there.
Yeah, we might have a few that surprise us. You know what it's like. Maybe St Kilda come out and smack Brisbane on Friday night. You know?
Yeah. Well, we're going to roll off.
Yep.
We miss Marnie. We miss you, Marnie. I'm going to talk to the chair.
Sure.
Marnie, we miss you. Hope you feel better. Have some armour force when you're sick. That's important. Tom, have a great week.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you, folks, for joining us as always. We'll be back to talk about this shit round on Monday. Until then, well, who's on the weekend? The Marmalade Boys came in.
Yeah.
We're going to chat to them. It's going to be a wonderful chat.
Checkers in Australia.
Checkers and yes.
I can't say his name, so I just say Australia.
We'll see you soon. Bounce that pill. And thanks for watching. It's a quick episode this week because there's no Marns. Marns brings the content. But also, I'm fucking so tired. I'm so tired.
Cookers.
I'm going to get home and watch the Hitler doco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone have any quick questions before we bail out?
Tom, who's your pick for Gillen or games winner? I can't see Settled losing from here unless everyone gangs up on him and votes him out. DMM All-Stars, I think that Solo Missions team should win with Port Gazard and everyone else.
What's been going on, Broads? Auntie Donna started writing its next live show, which is Big Long Days. Very funny, but big long days. D's are awful. Working on a few commercials personally. More. I'm doing voiceover for an animated series tomorrow.
That's exciting.
Went on Greg Larson's podcast last week. It was the funniest thing that's ever been made. Go listen to Greg Larson's podcast. It's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to get a new plumber, Tom.
Really? Because, I mean, do you reckon they were a scammer and they just go out and do $30 call-outs?
I don't know.
And they're like, oh, yeah, we checked.
Clearly
it's
there's
fine.
an issue and they haven't looked into it in great detail. Marnie's in the chat. Hey, Marns.
Hey, Marns. Hope you're feeling all right.
So many people messaged me about the, have I been blacklisted by Working Dog? Well, I'm at the same level I've always been with them. One long card was a great night. Yeah, I think you should look into it. And if someone knows what to do, message Tom.
Yeah, let me know what to do. Because I was like, if the plumber doesn't know and the water company doesn't know, then I'm fresh out of ideas.
Well, that's a good point, Tom. We'll leave it on that. As Tom goes off to figure out his water. And I go off to watch the footy. No, I don't. Not until Friday. Have a great week. Bounce that pill.